the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. I did the first SpongeBob movie, and we're going to do the third one next week. I've also been reviewing SpongeBob Christmas specials because I'm doing a lot of SpongeBob videos because the new SpongeBob movie's coming out. So, you like SpongeBob, we're talking a lot of that this month, shockingly. And I will probably have some videos on my second channel. Surprise! Check the second channel out as well. I really have always loved this movie. And I think that the longer that it's been since this movie came out, this movie's kind of started to get a little bit of a bad rap because what people mostly remember about it is the marketing for this movie, which is that you got these like live action segments where they're all superheroes, which were only like the last 25 minutes of the movie, but like the entirety, every trailer for that, that's all they showed you. In fact, I remember going to the theater and being like, what the fuck is going on? Because this movie was very random and all over the place until that part of the movie. Um, I really enjoyed this movie. As a kid, though, it was one movie that I would rewatch, and I actually saw it in the theater twice. And I laughed multiple times. I think this movie's a very fun movie because the thing about this movie is it's not like the first SpongeBob movie. The first SpongeBob movie is a real like movie where that is a movie that has a story. It has like a message. It has themes to it. Like it's structured like an actual movie. It doesn't feel like an extension of the show. In fact, it feels very different from the show in the best way possible. And a lot of that was on purpose. I talk more about that in my review of that movie. Where this movie does not feel like a movie. It is all over the place. It's not structured well. But it is more in line with what you would expect out of SpongeBob, where that first SpongeBob movie isn't really that funny of a movie. That doesn't mean there's no gags in the movie or no jokes. There is. There's moments that make me laugh, but that's not really what that movie is. This movie is jokes the movie. Like it's just constant gags and humor throughout the movie. And it's one of those movies too that is so funny with the jokes that if you don't laugh at one, give it like another 2 minutes and you'll be laughing at another one. It just kind of keeps going. And it felt very classic SpongeBob like that. Like I'm rewatching those first three seasons, and that humor in those first three seasons is very much what this movie feels like. It kind of felt like this movie is essentially what the Simpsons movie two, or not the Simpsons movie two, the Simpsons movie to the Simpsons was. Is that the Simpsons had been on like almost season like 20 by the time they popped that movie out. It had been on so fucking long that if you were gonna make a Simpsons movie, you should have done it years ago. And no one was really caring about the Simpsons in the way they used to. But when you go watch that movie, that movie made a shit ton of money. Everybody loved it. It was so funny, and it renewed interest in the show again. And it was a fun movie. Now that it's some time has passed, there's a lot of people who will be a little bit more negative about it and critique certain aspects of it, which I totally get. It's a flawed movie, just like this is a flawed movie. So I kind of feel like that's kind of the bubble that this movie lives in. Is it's kind of a Simpsons movie 2 situation where yeah, making a SpongeBob sequel this late in the game and some of the choices that they made and advertising it, I don't know. I will say the 2D animation in this movie is gorgeous, and so is the 3D animation. The way they blend all the live action stuff is really great, and you know the superhero stuff at least is fun. It's just crazy how much they over advertise that shit for how little it's in the movie. But honestly, if you love SpongeBob, this is a fun movie. It's a great time. I love this movie quite a bit, and I think if you're a SpongeBob fan, there really isn't anything like you know you gotta watch this movie. Such a fun movie. I I think that if you haven't seen this movie in a while, definitely do a rewatch and see if you feel differently. Because if you were one of those that felt a little more negative on it, that I feel like some people. I don't think anybody out like hates this movie, but this is a movie that I feel like gets nitpicked a lot, and you're like, why are we nitpicking this one so much? It's such a fun movie. I love this movie. I don't get why other people don't. I have a great time. Let me know your thoughts.